Hey guys, this is me. So basically, I'm doing this sort of. I guess it's going to be like another talk video about what's happening, and of course I'm going to be reacting to the Evercold trailer. Now the thing is, before I start like looking over everything and reacting, I should probably mention I've already seen everything. I've already watched the FanFest. I already know everything. So this isn't a like live reaction. This is like not like a new thing. I'm just basically glossing over everything that happened in the FanFest and what they revealed, and I'm going to do my just usual talk over things, and I'm going to explain my thoughts and everything about that. So here we go. First things first, I will start with the trailer, of course, which was really fucking good. Here we go. I really love this trailer. Because the one thing I love about this trailer is it's a lot longer than the original trailers, I think. Like the starting trailers. It also does a lot to show off exactly what it is we're doing, like in this next story arc as well. The fact that we're using Adam's crystal and the thing that I can't remember the name of it from Living Memory. I can't remember what it's called. I feel like this story is going to be a lot better than Dawntrail's for definite. Like I feel like there's nothing. I mean, Dawntrail's story was definitely not great, but I don't know. I feel like they can't do worse than Dawntrail. I feel like at this point it's only going to get better. It might not be on the same level as Endwalker and Shadowbringers, but I definitely think it could still be close.
One more time. It's my favorite story.
You know it better than me, Mike.
Of course, I really love the. It does look like it's going to be a very Nordic-themed expansion too, which is very nice.
I'm ready.
I think a lot of people are hoping for that, myself included. Norse mythology is very cool, and I like that the Final Fantasy is doing its own representation of it. I immediately think that's Yggdrasil. That's got to be Yggdrasil, right? Because like, what else could it be, you know?
Life prospered, but the world was rich in plenty.
The thing is, when I first saw this bit, I thought the trailer was going to go with a different direction. Like I thought that, because like Dawntrail was a very lightning-themed expansion, and I thought this one was going to be an Earth-themed expansion, given what they were showing off here. But that much is very much not true. Once we get into it a little bit more. For those of you who want to obviously see the trailer without me talking over it, I'm sure you can find it on the Final Fantasy YouTube channel. But yeah, starting off with the Warrior of Dark Light being still in the Viper costume as well. Estidian and Alphino, that's cool. It looks like the Scions are still going to be prominent in the story, which is something I'm happy about because I love the Scions. I think they're amazing. I'm wondering if that might be related to patch 7.5 story, which at the time of me recording this video, patch 7.5 is coming out tomorrow, so yeah. And this is the part that changed my mind. Like this is, yes, I'm so happy about this. It's an ice-themed expansion. We're going to the 4th, which is going to be an ice-themed, like a planet that's completely enshrouded by ice. You can see a lot of the Nordic inspiration in these as well. It's really fucking cool. It's almost got like Shadow of the Colossus vibes as well. Ah yes, that looks like... I don't know if that's... Is that Halmarat? That can't be Halmarat, right? It might be. And whoever that is will obviously be important once we meet them in the story, hopefully.
Then what happened?
Is this the first time we're seeing an Ulra child in like a full cinematic animation as well? I actually don't know. I can't remember. I might have to look at the other cinematics.
But everything changed when they arrived.
The traveler. The one from the sky.
Aye. Though in those days, we knew
I am wondering if they're going to do a time skip as well. Oh, I love this bit as well. So the Warrior of Light is going to be a Reaper now in this expansion, which is fucking awesome. Evercold. Yeah, honestly, I'm actually really excited for the new story and like theme they're going with here. Taking you to the next level, so this is like a big part of it, because Evercold is going to be like making a lot of massive changes to the game, which some of it I'm skeptical about, but I'm going to go over my thoughts on each one once we get to it. So I'm going to skip ahead here. Basically, so some of the new locations I'll show off first. Let's see if I skip ahead. Let's get to like, yeah, so the Godless Realm Saga, that's going to be the new story, which is interesting. It's going to be a new story arc for the next set of expansions, which I'm looking forward to. Seems interesting. So most likely this story is going to revolve around us going to all the different reflections and trying to help them with the problems that they're facing, of course, which is obviously going to be where like elements are basically out of balance, which, yeah, makes sense. Because we already did that for the first, and we're going to maybe do that for the 13th, I'm assuming? Like, we're probably, I don't know if it's too late or not, but we have been going to the Void a lot, so maybe that's going to have some significance. But it looks like next, and then of course the 9th with the lightning themed sort of thing, like the Storm Surge. So it looks like the 4th is going to have the, I think they call it the Everlasting Cold or something like that, which I guess makes sense with the name of the expansion. Which, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a cool story arc. The 4th, which I'm surprised about. I thought they were going to do like the 10th or something, because if it was going to be Final Fantasy X themed, you know, you'd think maybe if they put it in the 10th, like how Dawntrail was set in the 9th and it was very Final Fantasy IX themed. But then again, I guess it doesn't make sense with Final Fantasy 4 being the main focus with the Void, and the Void is in the 13th, so I guess it's not always the same. To be fair, they're not the same as other Final Fantasies. All the worlds, or sorry, Final Fantasy XIV's world is very much an alternate kind of way, style of all the other worlds from Final Fantasies, and you know, it's kind of inspired by those Final Fantasies, but it's not necessarily the same universe, which makes sense, I guess. Although I don't know if that makes sense with Clive being, you know, in the events, but anyway. So, Ravaged by Ever-Spreading Ice, that was it. So, the Wanderer seems to be interesting. I'm presuming because the lady in the who was talking to the child, she said that the Wanderers from, I think it was mentioned that we are the Wanderer or something, but then of course it asks this question and then it has the picture of who I don't know, is it Halmarat? I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's an interesting question for the story, which I'm sure we're going to find out soon. Not soon, but you know, when it comes out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Evercold, mainly for the story and the new like changes they're making. It's definitely going to be interesting because the game's taking a whole different direction now, which is going to be amazing. So let's skip ahead. So some of the new locations look amazing. Let's have a look. So we got this looks really cool. I like the big crystal that they obviously showed off in the cinematic trailer as well. From what it looks like, this is not actually like, because the one thing that Yoshi P and the translator kept on saying was, like, you know, this is a very cold ice themed expansion, like the 4th is spread, you know, completely spreaded with ice, and yet for some reason all the locations aren't like snowy. And I think the reason for that is because it most likely looks like that every location we go to is going to be like a big floating island in the sky, and these crystals, I presume, are what keep the island afloat, maybe? Something like that, just a theory, that's my theory anyway. But you can also see over here with these big dragons, like obviously this is Norse mythology themed, this is going to be very Nordic inspired, like these houses as well look a little bit more Nordic in design. So let's skip ahead. Yeah, like look at this, like these houses, very Nordic inspired, you can tell, like with the actual shaping and the structuring. It's, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Nordic expansion. It's going to be so cool. Like those boats as well with the dragon heads, yep, same thing. There's one in one of the new dungeons they tease as well, which looks really cool. It's like a proper Viking boat. That's cool. Love that. I wonder if that's a reference to Jormungandr, the world serpent. It might not be, but if it is possible that Jormungandr could be related to the story, because with these new colossi things they have walking around the planet, I'm assuming one of them is probably going to be like a Nordic entity of some kind, like inspired by a Nordic entity. And I'm wondering if one of them is going to be Jormungandr, which would be really fucking cool, because I love Jormungandr, one of my favourite gods from the mythology. And not because I used to play Smite religiously. Definitely not. Absolutely no relation there. But you can see all the snake sort of aesthetic as well, which looks really cool.
Here we have what appears to be some kind of lonely settlement in a somewhat.
Yeah, you got these tents as well. I don't know if this is this Viking themed. It might not be, but the sort of like, it looks like a camp. Basically, like it's not like a proper city or a town. It's more just like a camp, like maybe a hideout or something, or like a little, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a nook or something. And then you got all this little, like this building here with all these tables and chairs and stuff up here, which looks like it's a bit more civilized there. Like, I'm not sure what they're going for here, but wherever this location is, it does look cool. It's got a nice kind of different design to what we've seen in other locations. It kind of reminds me of Bosja a little bit, but a lot less, you know, battlefieldy. So, I don't know. This one's cool. I like the airship hand landing here as well, because the airships being there is another like obvious takeaway that, yeah, these are going to be floating islands. Like the only way to get to these islands is by airship, by the sounds of it, which makes sense. So I'm liking that idea, and it looks like this is the same location as the last one, but a different like town in it, with different like aether crystal here as well. And it does look really nice. I'm loving the design so far. And And then, oh yeah, they showed one off in nighttime as well to do like a little lighting test. It looks like the lighting is going to be a lot more improved in this expansion too, which makes sense because they did the graphics update in Dawntrail. So I presume they're going to be testing a lot more of the lighting systems and making sure that everything looks much more high resolution and stuff, which is going to be really nice. This part I really like because this kind of gives me Calusia vibes, but a lot more. A lot less dreary, because Calusia was very dreary. When you enter Calusia for the first time, it's very, even though the whole world is ravaged by light and it's really bright, it also really looks like melancholy, kind of miserable, considering the kind of place it's in, you know, and because of the Yulmore and everything, it looks really dreary, which is the point. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's definitely the point of the location. But this part looks like, it kind of looks like Calusia if it wasn't dreary, like if it was a lot more vibrant, had a lot more life to it, and I really like that aesthetic. I'm kind of glad that they leaned more into like it looks like a kind of crop fields or farm field sort of thing, which I like. I think it's a really nice design. There's an Aether Crystal over there, so presumably that'll be a settlement that we find along the journey, which will be interesting. And whatever this structure up here is, I'm so curious, because it looks like a giant sigil. Like, maybe it's magic, I don't know, but it does look really interesting. Like, I'm wondering if this has any significance to the story. There's also lots of these things too, these like runic kind of statues, which, yeah, I'm presuming a lot of this is going to be explained when we finally get to play the expansion, but yeah, it's like, it's curious, it's really curious.
And here we have what looks
let's see. So this one's cool because this looks like it might be the same settlement as from that last picture, but this one's different because those little like huts you see there, I originally thought, okay, are those going to be like Lalafell huts or something, or like is this going to be like a Lalafell village? And no, because they teased a new beast tribe coming out, which I will show later, which is definitely going to be where these guys come from. Those guys definitely are going to live in those huts. I'm calling it now. It's going to be those. So, and they're a really adorable beast tribe too, which I'm going to definitely gloss over once we get to them. This part, I love this one. This one's really cool because it looks like the whole area it looks like underground, but apparently it might not be, which makes sense if it's a floating island. But it looks so cool. I love the lighting in this part. Like, I know this is just a test render and this might not be the final product, but from what it looks like now, I'm stoked because this looks so pretty. I love this kind of aesthetic. It's kind of like, because it has that dreary underground kind of vibe to it, but it's also still very bright. Like, it still has life in it. It still has that kind of sense of warmth and coziness to it, which I love that. I think that's going to be really nice. So wherever this is, I'm looking forward to going to it. Hopefully it'll be a lot more interesting too. Okay, now this fucking place is insane. Look at this. Like, the architecture, they absolutely cooked with the architecture on this place. I mean, look at how much detail there is on just like all of the spires, all the buildings, whatever this thing up here is, which I presume is some kind of castle. There's crystals everywhere. There's the Aether Crystal there. It looks like there might also be, I'm assuming airship landings are down here. I can't quite see them with the shot, but it looks like they might be down there. So, interesting. But yeah, I love this one. Like, wherever this is, very fucking cool. And I'm assuming this is going to be one of the major hubs, not the cities, but because they do tease the cities, they do show off the cities in a moment. But I'm assuming this is one of the first major hubs that we find once we get to the 4th. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's probably going to be the first major city. Well, like the major location where the first major city is, rather, like how Thavnair was where Razahan is, you know, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm assuming anyway. Oh, I love this one too. The architecture, they fucking cooked with the design. Look at this, very Nordic inspired. Very love it, absolutely love it. You got like lots of tree kind of symbology here as well. And you got more of these crystals too, which I'm not sure what these crystals could mean. Like, maybe they're ice crystals or maybe they're just decorative. I'm not sure, but I presume they're important. Like, I feel like they could be aether crystals too, but I'm assuming they're important. Like, maybe keeping the island afloat, like with the previous giant crystal we saw in the first image. So that's what I'm assuming anyway. And then you got all this lovely, like all these roofings, sort of like the shape of it. That just, yeah, it looks really cool. This part, nice. I love the little sunset, or you can't really tell if it's a sunset or if it's a sunrise, but it's very pretty. And the aether crystal shining in the sunrise looks very pretty too. Like, the aether crystal looks really cool. I love this new aether crystal design. It does look so cool. And it does look like it has that Nordic kind of runic inspiration to it too. But then it's also got this bit here where it splits off like halfway through, which is interesting. So, oh, don't mind that, that's my cat. Betty, what are you doing? Right. Anyway, where are we going? Okay, Evercold, so there we go. So skipping ahead, artwork, very pretty, very pretty. Nice, I like it. This looks like it's going to be another Nordic themed village by the looks of it. Whatever this is over here, I'm assuming that's some kind of ritual space, maybe, or like it could be a battleground. Like maybe this is. It kind of reminds me of the Wolf's Den for PvP. Like it's probably nothing like that, but it does look interesting. Like I'm assuming something important in the story is going to happen here in this particular part. Like that looks like an important story part, or maybe it's just a boat landing. Maybe this is where they dock the boats. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But it does look interesting. I don't know if the artwork is finished or not, because it looks like a lot of the sky here is very kind of painted over, like in a kind of messy way. Like I don't know if they have finalized this particular artwork, or maybe it's just a placeholder. Like the main thing I'm supposed to look at is here, but like you can see like the smudging of the sky and everything, and it looks like all the spires in the background are smudged out too. So I'm wondering if this part is like more stuff that they're going to reveal in the next FanFest, or if it is just, you know, background stuff that we're not meant to look at properly or something. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'm interested to see what like all of this stuff in the background is. It does look cool. Nice small artwork of the spire with a big crystal. Presumably, like I said, I'm presuming these crystals keep the islands afloat, if it is floating islands, obviously. That looks like the front gate, maybe? I'm not sure. This is cool, like the Aether Crystal being here, and whatever this settlement is looks interesting. Like I'm wondering if this is one of the major cities. It does look cool. This part is a lot different. Like you wouldn't expect something like this in Evercold, because this place is supposed to, like Evercold is supposed to be very cold, very winter themed. And then you get this, like fucking what the hell? Like this is a furnace. Like this is like a full-on Viking furnace. Like fucking. It's like it's giving me Hephaestus vibes, but like the actual god Hephaestus, not the one from Pandemonium Raids. The one from is it Greek mythology? I can't remember. But it looks like a giant, like it looks like a volcano where they have a full-on forge and a furnace here. Like maybe the Vikings come here to, you know, forge new weapons and stuff. I'm also wondering if this could be related to the new relic quests. Like maybe the relic weapons for the expansion could be here too. Like if this is what I think it is and it's a giant forge, then maybe that's where the relics are getting made. Like this could have significance for that, which would be cool. Oh, I love this. This is giving me Jarl's Palace vibes, like the Dragon's Reach from Skyrim, that kind of thing, or like the blue. Is it the Blue Palace from Solitude, or what's the one in Windhelm? I can't remember. The one with Ulfric, sorry, lives in. But yeah, it's giving me that kind of vibes, like Skyrim architecture kind of vibe, but it's a lot more detailed, a lot more fleshed out, and it looks massive. Like this is giving me it actually looks like Sovngarde now that I think about it. Yeah, it kind of gives me Sovngarde vibes, like when you're about to cross the bridge and then the giant stops you and then he has to test your power and stuff, like that part. Yeah, I like that. This looks like the same place we saw in one of the first pictures with the big serpent that I thought looked like Jormungandr, but it looks like this is the full building, like because in the last picture we couldn't fully see the entire building, but this looks like the whole thing. Like this is a perfect front-facing view of the entire thing, which yeah, I love it. It looks so cool, and it's massive too. Like those are big doors down there, and then the rest of the tower. Look at this fucking thing; it's huge. Are we going to go inside this? Maybe there's a dungeon in here. Like who knows? It could be cool. Also, I kind of see like a bit of X-Def in this like picture here. Like I don't know if that's just me, but it seems like a little bit X-Defy. Maybe X-Def is important in this. Probably not, but it would be interesting because it's kind of giving me X-Def vibes, since he was also like a big tree, wasn't he? He turned into a big tree rather. So yeah, this is cool. Nice little. It looks like a small settlement. I can't see an Aether Crystal here, but I'm assuming this is going to be like once we get to a certain point in the story and we're able to travel to like a second part of one of the main locations. This will probably be where we come to. Maybe, I don't know, could be wrong, but it looks interesting because it's got a beach. It's got like a little. Is this a pool or a well? I can't tell, but it looks nice. Then we get more of that furnace. At least I think it's the furnace, like the big forge area. And this looks like this is huge. Look at this. Like this is going to be massive because we're going to be walking along this bridge here presumably. And then look at this fucking thing. It's like the tower in Garlemald, but a lot less, you know, evil. So yeah, I like it. And oh, here's another picture of it. That is also menacing. Like looking at that, like you can kind of see a skull face in it. I don't know if that's just me, but it kind of looks like a face. But yeah, it looks really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what these locations are like and their significance as well. Then we get these things. These are very interesting because obviously they showed off these things in the trailer with the giant colossi things that walk the planet, which presumably are going to be important for the story. And I'm assuming that they're not necessarily based off of Nordic gods, but they could be. But the thing is, when I first saw this one, I thought immediately Sin. It's got to be Sin from Final Fantasy X, right? But then I don't know, because it's not the same shape. It doesn't look like a whale, so it's hard to say. But whatever this thing is, it's very cool. And if we have to fight it in this form, I'm genuinely excited, because I want to see like really big monsters that we can fight like this. Like I really like that kind of thing. Like fighting Sin in Final Fantasy X, like the final battle with Sin was really fun because of how big and menacing he was. So I really like that kind of vibe. I like fighting giant creatures like this. Arcane giants, that's what they're calling. Let's see, what else? Okay, this looks like one of the major cities. Again, very pretty. Got that same kind of architecture as the other pictures. And honestly, I'm loving it. Like the Aether Crystal looks like it's down here, maybe? I'm presuming? It looks like that might be the entrance area or the teleport zone. But then you also have someone standing up here on this balcony. Like, is this city going to be a lot bigger than the artwork? Or like than we think? Because like the artwork makes this city look massive. Like there's a full-on like civilization here that is proper fleshed out. But then I don't know, because a lot of other previous locations that they showed off in other fanfests and other streams, like the artwork made them look a lot bigger than they actually were in game. So that kind of disappointed me a little bit. But then this one, I don't know, this one could be different, because if they're planning to expand the overall, well, expansion, I guess, of the game, then if this is actually accurate to the size of how it looks in game, like I'll be very excited. Like I'd be very impressed. Let's see. Is this the same one? Is this like a different view of the same place? I can't tell, but it's it kind of looks like that same place we saw in one of the pictures actually, because it's got those same like ramps that go up like that. So this could be like what I thought. It could be the major city actually, now that I think about it, because it looks like all these buildings here might have like significance to your like general city things. Like down here looks like a little like shop area. Over there looks like a shop area. They do tease a shop area actually. Yeah, here it is. Like this is like they say like this is clearly a market district, which makes sense. So probably we're gonna get like our collectibles and scripts and things down here probably. This place, ooh, this is giving me Ilmeg vibes, but it's also giving me Yaktel Underforest vibes, like the Blue Forest in Dawntrail. In before you go to the Skydeep Cenote, that place. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's kind of giving me like a mix of Ilmeg and Yaktel. It's really cool, and I like it. I like these big flowery trees. And it looks like, yeah, again, floating island, because it looks like it's like there's sky down there. Like that is actual sky. That doesn't look like it's like water or like a big drop. Like that looks like it's genuinely the sky down there at the bottom. And like, yeah, it looks really cool. If this is a floating island. Whew. So this place is also giving me Ilmeg vibes, but it's also giving me Gridania vibes. And honestly, I like it, because like the structures over here look interesting. They got all the kind of spires and a similar roofing style to the previous structures. And then over here it's also kind of the same. But then this crystal right here in the middle looks so much more like, I don't know. It looks the same as the other crystals, but it's also got more of a flowery aesthetic. I think it's kind of more floral in nature by the looks of it. But yeah, oh, there we go. There's the things I was teasing. The little beast tribes. I don't know if we got a name for them. I couldn't tell, but basically they are adorable, and I want 10 immediately. But they look like, because I like that they got little Viking beards. They kind of look like. It looks like they're going to be similar to the dwarves from Calusia, but like, you know, feline variants. So they're a bit different, obviously, but they do kind of give off the same vibe as the dwarves. So I like that, and it looks like they are going with a proper Viking Nordic aesthetic, because if these things have these like big braided beards, like I imagine, yeah, it's got to be very Viking themed, right? It just makes all the sense. Let's see, more artwork. That looks like that. I think that's where one of the villages where the little cat people live. So yep, very cute. I imagine we'll be seeing one of those fairly soon into the expansion. Right, okay, so we now get to the game design updates. Let's see, ever evolving. So they do say they're going to be making some massive changes. They talk about all the previous stuff and player accounts, which are approaching 35 million, which, to be fair, a lot of those accounts are probably alt accounts or bot accounts or people who haven't played in a while, you know, that sort of stuff. So it's not necessarily accurate to the amount of actual players. Oh, this part. This part really got me, because they basically say, yeah, they make the joke about the tomestones, because yeah, it's been a pain in the fucking arse. Like, recently, since Endwalker, they've just made it so that tomestones are basically the entire fucking point of how you get anything. Like the relic weapons are all tomestones, and you know, getting all the gear and stuff is still tomestones. So it looks like, from what it sounds like, they didn't say much about it, but it does look like tomestones are possibly going to just get completely scrapped completely. Like they're just going to be replaced entirely by something else. And they do tease a new system, which I'm going to show off in a minute. But if they are finally getting rid of tomestones, I am going to be happy, because tomestones are a pain in the ass. So I don't want to have to keep fighting, trying to get all of those as often as possible every day anymore. Evercold is going to be the next big growth of the game. It's going to be the new evolution of the game, which is what they're making like a big deal out of course, hence why it's called Evercold, you know, ever evolving, evolution, that kind of thing. What was that? Evolution. Taking it to the next level and beyond, which originally I thought, when they said that, I thought they were going to do like something new with the leveling system, because they were rumoured to be messing around with the leveling system. Like people thought that maybe level 100 was going to stay as the cap, and then they were going to try something else, like a prestige system or something, maybe, or a master system. And unfortunately they didn't. The level cap has just gone up by 10 levels again, like it always does. Who knows, maybe they might change that in the future, but for now we are going up to level 110. But they do change other things. Ever-evolving game design. Okay, here it is. So this is the adventurer activity. It's sort of like, I don't want to say it's a battle pass, but it kind of looks like a battle pass. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, because basically the whole thought process around it is it's a new way to basically level up your character and get item level and all that stuff and gear them properly. And it's also like a new way to get like new shit. It looks like this is going to be the new system, so this is probably going to be replacing tomestones, which I'm fine with. That's fine, because fuck tomestones, I'm bored of them now. But at the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about this one too, because if this is like a battle pass system, then I don't know. It might not be. It might not work out well, especially if there is the fear of missing out. Because like, what if you don't get in, complete all of these things in the time, and then you miss out on some certain things. I hope there isn't FOMO with this. I really hope, because otherwise that's going to be kind of a downer. Because it's going to be they wanted the whole philosophy that they have is that Final Fantasy is a game that you should come back to sometimes, and you should take a break every time when you feel like it. But then at the same time, if they release a system like this, where you actually can miss out on stuff if you don't do it immediately, then kind of breaks that philosophy a little bit, doesn't it? So I'm not sure how it's going to work. We still need to see more of it. So at the moment, this is just like a work in progress. This is not the final look for it, probably. But at the same time, I am worried about this system. However, there is a big thing that they do mention with this system. Where is it? There it is. From daily to weekly. So basically, all of the daily challenges are gone, and everything is now going to be able to be done weekly, which is amazing, because this is really helpful for a lot of people who struggle with, having the time to play the game and get things as much as they want. So they do emphasize respecting the player's time, which is a big bonus. That is a big thing. So I'm glad they're finally doing that. At least it's definitely a massive yes from me, especially since I also struggle with time at times. Let's see. More freedom with week-based system. Yeah, basically you have more time and more freedom to kind of progress it, depending on how long it takes to progress it, that is. Although, actually, looking at the rewards, you get a chest, maybe like a treasure chest of some kind. You get an orchestrion roll. I'm not sure what these crystal things are. Or these look like totems, like the kind you get from extremes. So that could be something important. A book, that also looks like the books you get from Savage. And then you got a mount. Is that a mount? That's a mount, isn't it? So presumably that you are going to get some actually really nice rewards by the looks of it. But I really hope that they don't lock these particular items out, if you don't get them in time before they reset the week or something. It says the rewards update in 14 days, so you have 2 weeks to get them by the looks of it. But then at the same time, is the item going to go when you don't get it in the 2 weeks? Is that how it's going to be? Because if that's the case, that's not good. That's not good. We don't want FOMO. Not in this game. No thanks. So, yeah, hopefully it's not going to be like that. Hopefully you do get the chance to come back, because apparently Yoshi P says they're going to be working on a system that allows you to go back to previous seasons that you've missed out on, so that might be alright. It might not be too bad. So long as you complete the current season, you can go back to the last season that you missed, which, yeah, that's fine too, as long as it's permanent. As long as you have the ability to go back to every missed season anytime you want and complete them. So otherwise, if people miss out on them, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be good. But overall, the system looks interesting. Like, it's definitely a step up, I think. It's definitely an improvement, for sure. This looks like the thing that you need to do to progress. Of course, you've got all these random missions. I don't know if any of these missions are actually going to be final. The only one I'm confused about is the complete a main scenario quest one, considering that once you've completed the story, you can't do it. So is this just a one-time thing, or is this like a thing you can do every day, or every week rather? Because, like, how are you going to be able to complete this one if you've already completed the current story? So I'm assuming this is not final. Like, they're not going to finish with this. Like, this is just a placeholder, probably, right? So that's what I'm assuming anyway. I guess we'll have to know more once we get into the other fan fests in the next coming months. But otherwise, I don't know. Like, the system in general, I'm worried about it, but I'm also hopeful. Like, I think it's going to be a step up for the game, but I do think it's also going to make some drastic changes that not everybody's going to like. So it's going to be a bit mixed, but I do think overall it's okay. I think it's going to be better. So that's the main thing. Right, let's move on a bit. Skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead. Oh, it's lagging out a bit, bear with me. Okay, so new ways to raise item levels. So I'm not sure what they mean by this, but they do tease something amazing. They do show off a new system they're working with item level, which is a very massive improvement, which I'm going to get into once I get to it. But I don't know what they mean by new ways to raise item level. Like, maybe if you get these tomes, does it like increase your character's item level or something? Like, is it a permanent increase, or is it like a temporary increase? I'm not sure, but from what it looks like, because the gearing system is still more or less the same, but at the same time, is it going to be like something that actually permanently affects your item level? Like, are you actually going to be able to upgrade your gear? Because, I mean, they say they don't want to get rid of materia and like the kind of optimizations you can do with that as well. So if you can still have materia, that's great, but at the same time, I'm not sure what they mean by this. Like, we have to know more, so we have to wait and see in the next FanFest presumably, but I'm not sure. I'm confused. I'm not sure how to feel about it yet, so I can't really say much else other than it might be an improvement based on the new system they show off in a moment. But yeah, more details to come in Tokyo. Okay, so it'll be in the third FanFest in, I think it's in, is it September or August? I can't remember. Fuck, when was it? Because the Berlin FanFest is in July. July, August, September, October? I think it might have been October actually. Yeah, I think the last FanFest is in October. But yeah, so we still got some time left because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the expansion comes out in January next year, which is going to be quite a lot sooner than I expected. I was generally expecting this to not come out for like more than a year, but no, apparently it's January 2027, which is going to be quite insane because that's like much quicker than I think we've had other previous expansions, like much less time that we've had to wait for those. And also, it's the perfect kind of year for it, at least for me here living in the UK, because Evercold's going to be the winter-themed expansion, and it's going to be fucking freezing in January, so I'm kind of looking forward to, like, you know, kind of getting that immersion to it. But yeah, January 2027 that shocked me. I genuinely thought it wasn't going to be here till, like, at least April 2027. So that is a massive step up. Like, the expansion is coming out much sooner, which I'm very happy about. Seasons. Yeah, so that's the new thing. The seasons, they basically go over how seasons work. It's now going to be based on like the patch cycles. Let's see, yeah, here we go. So basically, every first 2 patches is a season, then the next 2 patches are the next season, and so on and so forth. So every expansion will have presumably 3 seasons. And of course, the first season will be patch 0.0 and then 0.1 respectively. Then next season 0.2, 0.3. You get the idea. And throughout these seasons, I'm presuming that's how long it takes you to finish the adventure activity panel thing down here. I don't know, I could be wrong, but at the same time, if these like adventure activity things, like if you don't manage to complete them within the season, I mean, to be fair, that is a lot of time to complete it, because like every season, like with 2 patches, that's going to be at least a few months, right? So presumably you're going to have enough time to complete them, but at the same time, as long as you can go back to ones that you've completed, you know, then it'll be fine. But if not, FOMO is going to be a bitch. It really is. So hopefully that's not how it works. Okay, so Yoshi P emphasizes character-focused design. So basically, it makes sense. He's basically saying like, right, we need to focus on like a lot of players love the fact that they can customize their in-game characters. The whole point of the game is, of course, to make your own character and make them unique to you and how you want them. Which is, that's the part I love about the game too. That's what got me into creating so many characters and making a hobby out of it. So I love that. I'm glad that they're focusing a lot more on our character. So by the looks of it, it looks like you can, they do show off you can customize your character's pose here in the thing. Yeah, here we go. Which is nice little thing you can do. You can customize your character's pose and how they look inside your little menu here, which is nice little thing. Which, yeah, is pretty standard. It's pretty nice. I like it. I'm hopefully they'll add more poses in the future. Kind of reminds me of the adventure plates and the portraits. It's kind of like that kind of vibe, sort of. Okay, so the armory system. This is the big one. So the item level, how it works currently is every job has its own separate item level, and you need to get separate gear for it, based on like the kind of role it is. Like obviously you need to get maiming gear for your Reaper and Dragoon, striking for your Samurai Monk, and healing gear for your healers, all the usual. How it works now though, they have finally fixed it because where is it? Boom. Your highest item level job will now sync its item level with other jobs at the same job level. That's right. So if you have a level 110 warrior at item level 790, and your black mage and your white mage are also at level 110, the item level across the board will be synced to your warrior's item level if your warrior has the highest level gear, that is. Whichever job you have the highest level gear on, and any other jobs that match its job level, will have the same item level now, which is fucking amazing because it means you don't have to play the same fucking job every time you're trying to farm more gear. You finally can play all the jobs as much as you want, so long as you have them leveled, which is finally, yes, finally. It's about fucking time. So yeah, I'm really glad that they finally fixed that problem. So Evercold's going to be quite amazing for this particular reason, I think. I'm going to look forward to farming the raid server with this. Oh, this is cool. So this is a nice little addition. Apparently you're going to be able to change the way that your character's actions look, and this means like job actions, like your actual attacks, the animation of your attacks and stuff. Which I'm looking forward to, like, because it basically it's clearly inspired by a lot of the modding community, because a lot of the mods out there, like I've got a few of them myself. Obviously, I'm shamelessly admitting that, but basically, yeah, you can like with the mods you can effectively customize your character's animation and ability effects and everything. And it looks like they're just adding that as a full-on feature now, and they're probably going to release their own skins that you can unlock with rewards and stuff like that. Which, yeah, I'm all for it. I think that's gonna be amazing. I'm kind of hoping that they also allow you to add specific effects to your abilities. Like, for example, with my character, Cyfrost, my Warrior of Darkness, he's very ice themed. He's got like an ice aesthetic to him, and if it's possible to add like an ice aesthetic to your abilities, like, yes, I want that. I wouldn't need mods for that, which is amazing. To be fair, there's not really many mods out there that do that, but at the same time, yeah, if you can add like specific effects that match your character's like unique design and aesthetic, like, yeah, please, I want more. Like, definitely work on this, please. This is amazing. Nice little bit. It's like glamour, but for your abilities instead of your gear, which I'm all for. So the next FanFest will be where they tease more of that stuff, which will be nice to see. So hopefully that'll be cool. Yeah, everyone admittedly is cheering for this part because it's about fucking time we got more of this. So you finally have more options for your character creation. A colour picker, finally! This is what I've been wanting the most. A colour picker for your eye, your hair and your skin tone. And I'm presuming this is all it's going to be for now, but they could add more in the future. Maybe a colour picker for your dye system, perhaps. I mean, that might be a bit too much because it might, kind of defeat the point of the dye system. But anyway, basically a colour picker for your character's customization is exactly what I've been wanting, and I'm so glad they're finally adding it. You can also improve the customization of your eyes and lips, eyeshadow as well. You can layer face paints now, so you can have extra makeup on if you want. And the ability to toggle on and off select parts of individual gear pieces, another thing I've always wanted as well, which I'll get into in a sec because there's one more thing I want to mention real quick. A lot of people are really hoping in the character customization, especially one of my friends, that you can have facial hair, like proper beards and stuff, and unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. And it's kind of sad considering that if Evercold is the Nordic themed expansion, you'd expect that kind of thing to be added, right? Like, come on, beards. Like, why can't men have beards in this game, It's a bit upsetting, really. And there's also been talk of Like people obviously want a butt slider, which is kind of funny. I like that. And Yoshi P says that it might happen. I mean, there's no guarantee, but he says he might talk it over with the development team. So perhaps it's happening. We don't know, but like just take it with a grain of salt. It might not happen, okay? But it is kind of funny to think that the butt slider has been mentioned. Like they themselves have mentioned it as well. So it's kind of like it's obviously a joke within the Square Enix dev team as well, which it's nice to hear because it means that they're considering it, which is good. That's what I like. So yeah, this is like a little showcase of the new color picker system. Like you can actually have proper lime green highlights in your hair now, or bright yellow on your hair, or you can have like fucking bright pink emo boy over here who looks like it's got that song. I can't remember the fucking lyrics. Tonight'll be the night I will cry for. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the lyrics off the top of my head. And I don't like the colour on this character's hair, but they do look like, I like that they showcase this kind of colour scheme is now possible. This one as well looks really cool, like the bright pink with these sort of deep blue highlights, and then the opposite thing with this person as well. They look really cool. I love the bright blue eyes on this one. I'm definitely going to be using that on Sai. He's going to get much brighter coloured eyes. And then they got a few more, like they got Shrek's son over here, which is really funny. Like you can actually just make your character full on green if you wanted to, which yeah, I like it. It's cool. I'm just now thinking of the people that are going to do Wicked cosplays. Oh yes, I want more Elphaba cosplays. Yes, please. Elphaba as a Black Mage cosplay. That would be fucking perfect. I'd love to see that. And then you got this kind of like bright orange color for this character, and then just pure pink across the board for this one, which yeah, honestly, fabulous. She slays. I like it. So yeah, this is amazing. Like I'm glad they're finally adding a color picker system rather than just specific set presets. Like you can finally actually choose your specific color, which I'm so looking forward to. That's gonna be amazing. So face paint layering. So now you can have extra makeup. Like you can have this character on the left here just has eyeshadow by the looks of it. And then of course the character on the right here, she has eyeshadow, but she also has the little star face paint here too, so you can have multiple face paints now, which is nice. Still no beards though, which is a shame, but yeah, it's a little hard to notice, but yeah, you can definitely tell the eyeshadow is mixed in with the face paint. Like there's some dark eyeshadow on this one, and then you got the brighter eyeshadow on this one with the face paint here, so that's really cool. Same goes for the Aura female they showcase here as well. Like she's clearly got I think she's got eyeshadow too, but it's a bit hard to tell under her hair. And then on this one, she's got much more eyeshadow on this one, and then she's also got a little heart symbol there. Her lipstick seems to be the same though, which yeah, I guess lipstick doesn't change because lipstick is separate. But yeah, it's noticeable. Like it's slight, but it is noticeable, and I like that. So here it is. This is the other big one. You can toggle on and off select parts of individual gear pieces. This is really cool. I like this. They're actually adding full-on more customization to your outfits now, which is finally and again, it's another massive thing I've been wanting for ages. So the fact that they're finally doing that as well, big yes, big thumbs up from me. The only thing is, obviously, I imagine it's not going to be for a lot of old gear sets. I mean, they do show off a few old gear sets here. Like the Isle Adventurers gear set, this Summertide dress, and I think is that I don't know what that one is, but then you've also got the Winter Blouson, is it? I can't remember what it's called, but basically it does look like they're going to be doing this system for older gear sets as well, which is nice, but I imagine it's going to take a lot of time to actually get through every gear set, especially since they're still working on making sure that other gear sets still have multiple dye colors as well. So it's going to take them a lot of time and a lot of work to get this system properly out there, but as long as they keep working on it, that's great. We want more of this, please. So now that you can actually toggle select pieces off of the gear, it's nice. You can customize your character's look a little bit more with the outfits now, which is really nice. I like that. So yeah, that's basically the character creation stuff, I think. I don't know if there's more here. No. So here they get onto just ever-evolving content. So basically, what they mean by this is they're going to be improving a lot of the old style of content and everything. And they're starting with public fields. So public fields, yeah, a big problem in 14 is that a lot of the open world areas do seem kind of barren and lifeless and kind of boring, so they're finally going to be improving that. They're going to be making sure there's more life and more things and more dynamic stuff to do in the worlds, which I'm looking forward to. Presumably they're going to be toning down fates, but they're going to be making fates a lot more interesting by adding them, making them more important to the actual world and not just random mobs that you kill every now and then, which I'm hoping that's the case. That would be really cool. And then yeah, improving quests. I'm not sure what they mean by this. They didn't really specify too much, but they said that obviously it can be time consuming trying to get through all the quests, and it can be a little bit of a it can be a bit of a slog sometimes, especially for players that want to get to the like later expansion. So I'm not sure what they are going to do here, but I'm presuming, because they said they were taking inspiration from other games and their systems. So my only guess is that they're probably going to add a way for you to skip certain parts of content, or they're going to speed up certain parts of content, or maybe they're going to add a feature that allows you to teleport next to like the next NPC that you need to talk to or something. I don't know. Like stuff like that is fine, but I guess we have to wait and see what they mean by it, because at the moment it's hard to say. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. But yeah. Okay, and then the battle content. So this is pretty big. So first things first, they're adding a third difficulty level for the 8-person raids, which is going to be like a middle ground difficulty, because you've got the regular raids, then you've got the savage raids at the moment, but now they're going to be adding a third one right in the middle of that, which I presume is going to be like maybe hard mode or extreme mode, something like that. And if that's the case, I'm not sure how I feel about it, because presumably it's kind of meant to be a middle ground for people who want to do the harder content, but they struggle doing like the proper savage content, and they feel a bit overwhelmed by how like specific and optimal you have to be in those ones. So maybe they're adding a middle ground, trying to allow you to basically have like the harder difficulty, you know, have a bit more challenge, but at the same time it's not too hard to the point where you need to optimize everything and, you know, prioritize everything and focus as a team like immediately. Like I'm assuming that's what they're going by, which I'm fine with. Like I'm cool with that, and if you get better rewards for it, that would also be nice. So yes, hopefully they are doing it. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they do. So like if it's going to be like raids are going to get like an extreme variant, then that might be interesting. And then progression routes for 24-person raids. So this, I'm not sure what they mean by this, but I presume they're going to be speeding things up a bit. Like you're going to be able to go through certain parts of the Alliance raids a bit quicker. Because like one of my biggest gripes with, especially the Crystal Tower raids, is you have to take a long ass slogging walk across the entire fucking location just to get to the next boss, and it can be a pain in the ass. So hopefully that's what they're adjusting. But at the same time, I'm not sure how they're going to do that, because a lot of the Alliance raids also have very specific paths that you have to take. Like in the Royal City of Rabanasta, you have that branching path thing that you have to go through. So I'm not sure, but we'll see. And then adding all new types of battle content, which, yeah, I don't know if they go over that on this. I can't remember if they go over it on this one. Let's find out. Let's skip ahead. Yeah, they talk a lot about this stuff here. Ever-evolving systems. Okay, so same region player matching. Finally, yes, you can now finally match with other players in the same region. So, let's see. Basically, if you're in the Chaos Center, you can now match with people that are in the Light Center as well. Originally, that's not how it used to be. You could only match with people that were in Chaos, but now you can do it with Light too. And then this is for like Europe. This over here, I believe, is for Asia, and then this one down here is, of course, Oceania. And then this one over here will be, I'm presuming. No, wait, is that Oceania? No. I'm not very good with my countries. My geography was fucking bad. Basically, you get the point. You can now do like all of these data centers here on the left, Aether, Crystal, Dynamis, and Primal. They can now match with each other. Like you can now actually get into Party Finder, get into Duty Finder, and match with people in any of these, as long as you're in one of these. And the same goes for these two respectively, and these four respectively. And well, this one is still on its own, but you know, you get the idea. So yeah, current limitations are like that. And then of course the new scope is like this, and it includes Party Finder as well. So all of these can now match with each other, including through Party Finder. Big, massive yes. This is a massive, big improvement. So yes, so glad they're finally doing that. And apparently it's coming in the next patch, which is insane. Like I thought this was going to be an expansion-specific thing, but no, it's coming out in 7.5x. Which is actually also crazy, so I'm wondering when they're going to do that. Probably like on the same patch that Beastmaster comes out, I presume, because they're going to be stress testing stuff, making sure it all works first. But yeah, like this, yeah, huge. This is massive, and it's going to come out right before Evercold too, which is even better. So yeah. So yeah, they're doing the stress test, and then they're going to do it into those countries. Okay, the new jobs. So. First things first, we know what the new jobs roles are going to be: a tank and a physical range DPS. This is something that we've all been hoping for. A physical range DPS is something that we've been needing for a long time, since the last one we got was in Shadowbringers, and even then we still only have 3, whereas other jobs have at least 4 or more. So yeah, it's about time Phys Range gets a new job, and it looks like it's happening this expansion. But the first thing we're going to know is the tank. Like in the next FanFest, we're going to get the tank reveal first, presumably anyway. The shirt that Yoshipi wears is very interesting because it shows off Retartin, And Ratartin is known for being like he's like a Magitech shield knight by the looks of it, because he's got 2 big fucking gun shields on his arms, and that to me speaks 2 different things. One, it's either going to be the tank is a double shield tank, and you can actually, you know, be a proper like big blocky tanky tank that can block shit and counterattack and stuff. Or it's going to be a fizz range with dual pistols. Like those are the 2 things I'm getting from this. Or maybe it's teasing both. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's like the next tank is the double shield tank, and the fizz range is a dual pistol DPS. Which either way, I'm fine with that. Like that sounds fun. But if it's not for the fizz range DPS, I'm presuming it's for the tank, because it is Ratartin we're talking about here. Ratartin was a big dude, so yeah, like that's my first guess anyway. And it does look cool. Like if we are getting a double shield tank, that will be kind of fun. I bet they look pretty sick. So yeah, the first job to be announced in Berlin, of course. So this is the big one. This is the thing that I think everyone has been waiting for. A new job action system. Reborn mode and evolved mode. So, basically, this is going to be a full-on... It's basically a rework for all the existing jobs, but they're also not removing a lot of the things that we know from jobs already. It's weird. So basically, how it works is Reborn mode is keeping it familiar, like it says. Basically, Reborn mode is going to be the version that we're used to now. Like the way the jobs function right now is how Reborn mode is going to work, and it's available for all the existing jobs right now. The only downside is the new jobs that are coming out are not going to have this system. They're just going to be set specifically to the evolved mode. But the reborn mode jobs, the previous existing jobs are going to be reborn mode and evolved mode, so you can do both with the ones like that. Whereas evolved mode, this is like the thing that I've kind of been hoping for a long time. Evolved mode is basically going to emphasize your own rotation individuality and your own style of play. This is basically going to allow you to customize the order of things that you want, basically. It's really hard to explain. You kind of have to see it for yourself, and they do show it off in the dev panel, but I'm not going to do that here in this video because this video is already going to be way too long. But for the most part, how evolved mode works is there's a lot less buttons on your hotbar, like as you can see, fewer inputs, but this does not mean the job is easier. It basically means that a lot of actions are going to be consolidated to because they basically do the same thing, or they both do things that you would do at the same time anyway. So they're going to be consolidating a lot of things into singular buttons, like they're going to be combining actions together in a way. So how it works is you can toggle between the modes at any time outside of battle, which is nice, so you can change anytime you want, as long as you're not in combat. The job level is shared, so you don't need to relearn anything. Basically, once you get the job level and you unlock it and you get the evolved mode, you can get both and, you know, just keep it the same level of gear as everything. Gear shared as well. Evolved mode is available immediately when unlocking the job, which I presume means when you unlock the job crystal. I imagine it's not the actual class. I mean, it's when you get the job crystal for some of the existing jobs. But then again, you also get the job crystal for every job, like every new job anyway, so it should be fine. And then all the content is clearable with both modes, which is good. You can do everything with both the modes. RIP Blue Mage, obviously. And then of course, Reborn mode is available only for the existing 21 jobs. All the new jobs will only have evolved mode. So yeah, the new tank and the new fizz range will only have the evolved mode, which is fair enough. Like this is the new system they want to go into, basically. And presumably what I'm assuming is they're going to probably phase out Reborn mode in a future expansion. Like I imagine Reborn mode is basically on the chopping block, and they're basically going to keep it for a little while, and then later on eventually they're just going to get rid of it and stick to evolved mode for every job, which I'm fine with. Like that's fine. I think it's probably about time. So yeah, they show off all the evolved system and how it works in the dev panel, and of course it's not the final product. There are going to be massive changes to it. They only showed off a few jobs. They showed off Paladin, Dragoon, White Mage, and Bard. And personally, my favourite of the 4 is Bard. Bard looks fucking sick. I cannot wait to play the new Bard, because they have this new like ability where they can fucking shoot and then flip to the side or to the forward and back. Like they can do like a cool volley flip, and then you can move it in any direction as well. It's really cool. Like you'd have to see, basically you'd have to see what I mean in the dev panel. And I'm not going to do a reaction to the dev panel because I feel like this video is too long already. So anyway, so yeah, level cap increase 110, like I said earlier. Treasure hunts, fates, and the hunt. So basically this stuff is still happening. They're going to be making improvements to it, and they specifically mentioned the hunt is going to get some evolution to it, which will be interesting. So maybe getting hunt marks is actually going to be worth it again. So let's hope that's true. New dungeons, you know, the usual shit you get from expansions, and like the one on the top left, like I said, has the Viking boat that I mentioned, and it looks really fucking sick. At least I think it's a Viking boat. It could also be a Greek style boat, I don't know, it's weird. I think it's a Viking style boat. It's kind of Nordic, I think. And it looks like, from what it looks like, you're going to be starting, like the entrance to the dungeon is through that cave there, because it looks like all the people are there, and then you can go in that way. At least that's what I'm assuming, anyway. Whatever this dungeon is looks fucking sick. I'd like to see what more of this. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks really cool. It looks like the big crystal from the trailer is also there, so that's probably where it is. It looks like it's a gauntlet, even. Like there's like a kind of big long bridge here before the boss. It may be. New dungeon. This one over here looks like a sort of. It's like a village, but it's also. I don't know. Is it in that crop field location we saw before? It does look cool though. Whatever it is, I'm interested. And then this one looks like it's in that furnace place, the big giant fucking volcano looking place. And whatever this is, this again looks like another boss arena, but it's also got these 4 platforms that are kind of, well, not platforms, but these like 4 holes in the ground as well. So this is going to be like a very geometry focused arena by the looks of it, which looks really cool. Looking forward to seeing how that works. New gear, of course, the usual new gear. Let's see. So the summoner gear looks kind of similar to the Dawntrail gear, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I wasn't really a fan of the Dawntrail summoner gear, and this one basically looks kind of like a similar version of it. So I'm not super stoked about it. The paladin gear looks pretty standard, kind of thing you'd expect from a paladin. I don't mind it. It's kind of alright. Well, I'm not sure what this is. This could be the samurai or the monk gear, maybe. I really don't know. But they got the blinder, so I'm gonna presume it's samurai. But I could be very wrong, because I'm not sure what other job it could be. But yeah, whatever it is, it looks interesting. This, oh no, sorry, that's samurai. No, so this, it could be ninja, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that could be ninja, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, you got samurai. The samurai gear looks nice. It looks like one of those traditional kimonos, which is really nice. I like the hairstyle too. Hopefully that's the hairstyle we have in game. And yeah, then you got the Dragoon. Dragoon, pretty standard, exactly what you expect from Dragoon. I like it, very cool. This, I'm assuming this is Dancer, but it could also be Astrologian, which is the interesting thing, because Astrologian has a similar aesthetic, but I'm pretty sure it's Dancer. It looks more like Dancer, but if it is Astrologian, that would also be kind of cool, because I like that kind of aesthetic, because it's got the stars and everything on the arms, so like it could be Astrologian, and if it is, I'm stoked for it. I like it, which also means I'm stoked for whatever the Dancer gear is going to be. Like, hopefully it'll look cool. So yeah. They also show off crafting and gathering, or just crafting gear as well. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like it could be blacksmith or something. This one looks like it might be, I don't know, alchemist maybe. It looks like maybe it might be alchemist because they got the magnifying glass. And this one, apparently it could be, it looks like red mage, but I don't think it is red mage. I think it's going to be weaver. I think this is definitely weaver because they got the same kind of aesthetic as other weaver jobs. So that's probably what that is. I don't think that's red mage. But yeah. New threats. Okay, so you got a new, new enemies. Like they always show off new enemies. Again, with the Nordic theming, looks very cool. I like whatever this lady person is over here. She looks really cool. The cat with the swords on its hair, like again, really fucking sick. I'm presuming this is a boss, or it could also be a fate. But whatever it is, looks very cool. It's got lots of swords, like so many swords all over it. That's really cool. And this one looks like it's got lots of little like Newliths. They look like Newliths, like Sage Newliths in a way. But then it also looks like she's got a staff behind her. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever she is, looks cool. Right, let's see. Keep going. New stuff to be revealed. So 8-player raid, ultimate raid, all the usual. Hopefully my thing will... There we go. Duty support. So apparently they're going to be adding a functionality that allows you to pair with an extra friend in duty support. So you can do 2 people with the duty support and have the other 2 people be NPCs, which will be really fucking awesome, because this is what my friend and I have been hoping for, because we want to be able to do the dungeons together, but sometimes we don't have to wait for queue times and wait for other players, and sometimes other players can be annoying. So we like to have, you know, if we could have the option to have the NPCs instead and just do the dungeon on our own, amazing. I'm glad they're adding that, and hopefully they do it for like 3 players too. Like if you have a party of 3 and you want to have the extra person be an NPC, hopefully that's also a thing. So yeah, all for it, definitely all for it. Right, that's going to come out in Berlin, or more information anyway. So the new Alliance raid. This is technically a really big one for a lot of people, myself included. I'm not really a fan of it because let me just show you what it is. Basically, it's this Evangelion. So Evangelion is getting a crossover, and it's going to be the Alliance raid apparently. So it's going to be like Shadowbringers with the Nier raid, and like Dawntrail with the Final Fantasy XI raids. I don't know how I feel about this one, honestly, because I don't watch Evangelion. Sorry, I don't watch Evangelion. I'm really sorry. So I can't say I have any opinions on it. I'm of the opinion that I kind of wish they went with something more unique to the game itself rather than a crossover. But I don't know. I guess maybe it'll be right. I wasn't particularly interested in the Final Fantasy XI raid, so I think it's going to be the same case here. I'm not particularly fussed about the Alliance raids in general, to be honest. So, it's there. I'm sure a lot of people are really hyped for it. I'm not personally. I kind of wish they went with something a bit different. But it's cool. It's a cool crossover nonetheless. And Ghost of Desire is the name of it, which is interesting. I presume that Evangelion fans might have an idea of what that means. But yeah, that's basically the Alliance raid. Let's skip ahead a bit more. System requirements. So basically, they say that you don't need to worry about updating your PC, which is good, at least for now anyway. We'll see how long that lasts. They do also mention that PS4 players are going to have to try and save up to get a PS5 or a PC now, because PS4, by the time halfway through Evercold, PS4 is not going to be able to contain all of the data of the game anymore. So that really sucks. Really bad for PS4 players. Really sorry about that. Thankfully, I don't play on console, so I don't have that issue. But yeah, that really sucks. So hopefully PS4 players can get what they need to keep playing the game, and hopefully they have enough time to get a PS5 or at least get a PC or something like that. So yeah, good luck to you PS4 players out there. Hopefully you don't get fucked over. Okay, so Beastmaster. We've already seen a lot about Beastmaster. I'm going to go over this very quickly. I am intrigued about the new Beastmaster, about what Beastmaster is going to be like. However, it's a limited job, so never mind. Bye. So no, okay. Realistically, sorry, my voice is going hoarse. I've got to stop this video soon. Realistically, this job is probably going to be quite fun as it is, but then again, because it is still a limited job, I can't have that much hype for it. I'm sorry. It's only going to go up to level 50 and it can't do regular content. So I'm sorry. Like I'll play it, but I'm not going to like go back to it all the time. You know, once I've gotten all the beasts and I've leveled them up and stuff, that's it. Like I'm probably not going to go back to the job anytime soon. Like I want the ability to be able to enjoy the job anytime I want, and unfortunately Blue Mage and Beastmaster don't have that luxury. So yeah, sorry. I can't really say I'm super stoked about Beastmaster. The mechanics they showed off do look cool, and I like the idea of Beastmaster. It looks like the concept and the way it's designed does look fun, but it's still a limited job, which is not good. So yeah, unless they decide to rework the limited job system entirely, this is not going to be much, I'm afraid. Sorry, I'm not going to be that fussed about it. Alright, new Ultimate Raid. Again, this is something I'm not fussed about because I don't do hardcore content, but I know a lot of people have been looking forward to it, and yes, it's Kefka, and I'm kind of intrigued about this, because like, obviously everyone was thinking they were going to do like an ASEAN-themed Ultimate, or they were going to do something based on one of the previous stories or something like that, because that's what they've been doing with like Omega Protocol and fucking Dragon's Reprise. But no, Dancing Mad is apparently the next Ultimate, and it's all about Kefka, and presumably more, but at the moment all they showed was Kefka. I'm guessing that the Warring Triad is going to be important in this fight, but I could be wrong. But yeah, this entire fight is apparently just pure Kefka, at least for now anyway, until we find out more. So yeah, it looks cool. I'm probably going to watch gameplay of it, but I won't be playing it myself. And hopefully the weapons look cool, and the title will probably be you know, Dancing Legend or Mad Legend, something like that. So yeah. Alright, so then they just go over the Korean version patch releases, synchronizing those, which will be nice. Hopefully the Korean version of the game will start being properly synced with the patch releases now, so people in Korea can finally play the game at the same pace as everyone else. That'll be nice. Free trial now has Shadowbringers. So this is a double-edged sword. On one hand, yeah, it's great. Like, people who want to experience the game and see if they like it and maybe potentially get a sub, if they can get to Shadowbringers, then yeah, great. They get to witness an amazing story, and presumably that will hook them into buying the game and playing Endwalker and then so on and so forth. But that's the caveat, is if they get to Shadowbringers, because by like the free trial, as far as I know, the free trial only gives you a month to play the game, and I'm unsure if you want to enjoy the story of the game and you want to do it all on the free trial, would you even have time to get to Shadowbringers? Is that possible? Like, how long does it actually take to do the entire story, listen to all the cutscenes and everything, and you know, get to Shadowbringers? Like, how long does that actually take? Because by the time they get to Shadowbringers, the free trial might be over, or like a few days away from being over, which is something that I'm worried about. Like, how is that going to work, you know? Unless they had the option for you to skip past certain parts of the story, or unless they're doing something with the improved quests, like what they said earlier, they're improving the quests. Maybe they're shortening some quests, so maybe that's why. Maybe Realm Reborn will get a lot shorter, which is actually kind of a good thing. So maybe. I don't know, but at the moment I'm not sure how this is going to go, but it's cool nonetheless, because it does mean that obviously free trial players can finally experience Shadowbringers. Like the story of Shadowbringers is fucking epic. Like, you can't go wrong. Shadowbringers had one of the best stories in the entire franchise, so naturally that's going to be quite enticing for a lot of people. And it might be a good way to bring people into the game. So yeah, I like the idea, but if it doesn't work out properly, because then it might be a bit of an issue. And then finally they go over the patch 7.5 cycle. This is the part that kind of bugs me as well. So April 28th, which is tomorrow in the time of me recording this, will be patch 7.5. That's when the new story comes out and the new Alliance raid. Wait, they show off here, don't they? Yeah, new main scenario, new trial, which is going to be NWO, which looks interesting, and then of course the final part of the Alliance raid. Pretty standard stuff. And then of course patch 7.51, going to get new Cosmic Exploration. Again, I don't do that content, so I'm not fussed. Custom deliveries, not fussed, but I'm sure a lot of people might be interested. And then of course the Ultimate Raid will also be coming out, so that'll be like in I think it's like a month after the patch comes out. No, June 2nd. April 28th, so yeah, like basically just a month after the patch comes out, you'll get the Ultimate and the new Cosmic Place. Pretty standard, pretty normal stuff we've been expecting. And then of course 25th of July will be when the Berlin Fan Festival starts, so that'll be looking forward to that, of course, seeing what the new job is like and everything. 7.55 July 28th, so that'll be just after the FanFest in Berlin, and this will be giving away the Hildebrand adventures, the north or the new part of the Occult Crescent, again not fussed about that, and the new Phantom weapons, which will presumably be the final stage of the Relic, which again not entirely fussed, but the weapons do look cool, so I might be persuaded to try them out, might be persuaded to give them a bit of a farm, because I like the Dancer weapon, that does look really cool. The Viper weapon's fine, but the Dancer weapon does look nice, so I might do it, but I can't guarantee that. As long as obviously the actual process to getting them is a lot more interesting than just farming tomestones. Hopefully that's not the case. Right, and then of course September 8th, this is the part that really fucking bugs me. We're going to get the final part of the main scenario quest for this patch, which will obviously be interesting, but then we're also going to get Beastmaster. Yeah, Beastmaster is not coming out until the final patch before the next expansion. Yeah, that bugs me. That really bugs me. Beastmaster is going to be even more later than expected, and that is really painful. Like, the fact that there's a limited job already is painful enough, but now it's not even coming out until much later on in the fucking patch. It's coming out in the final patch of the Dawntrail expansion. That is... I mean, I guess in a way it is content to do while you're waiting for the expansion. You have a few months to enjoy Beastmaster before Evercold comes out, I guess, which is fine. But for the most part, it's still a limited job, which means you're not going to get much out of it in the first place. So, I'm sorry, I don't like this. I really don't like this. The limited job system is, in my opinion, is outdated, and it needs to evolve along with the rest of the game. If they're talking about evolving systems in this game, in this expansion, limited jobs need to be a part of that. But no, they specifically said that Blue Mage is not going to be a part of the evolved combat system, and neither will Beastmaster, obviously. So no, sorry, I can't get hyped about it. Beastmaster it's a cool concept. It might be fun to play for a bit, but that's it. Otherwise, sorry, Beastmaster's going to fail, in my opinion. I don't see it being as successful as they want it to be. So yeah, and oh yeah, I was right. So the fan festival for Tokyo will be in October. It'll be on Halloween, actually. That'll be interesting. And then of course in November it was. Okay, so yeah, it's Halloween, and then the day after that'll be the final fan festival where they've teased the final job, and presumably after that, at some point they'll be doing the media tour where people can like content creators can get invited to try out the new job system and to play the game in the new state and everything, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to that. I really want to see more of this involved job combat system. I'm looking forward to that part. So yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly. And so far, I will say, regarding Evercold, I'm slightly overwhelmed. I would say, like, originally when I first saw this FanFest, I was a bit disappointed. I was a bit, okay, it's a cool looking expansion, but it's not going to be amazing. And then obviously I looked into it more, and I figured out what more of the systems do, and you know, I've given some time to think about it, and I can safely say that I'm more optimistic about it now. But I'm still keeping my expectations low because it is Final Fantasy XIV, and it has a history of not going too far with things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But either way, my overall worry for the game's future is definitely subsided a little bit now since my last video. So that's a plus in my opinion. Like, I do think the game's future is definitely looking brighter than I thought it was, but at the same time, I'm still skeptical, and I think at this point only time will tell. So yeah. The last little bits here they mention are basically Final Fantasy is going to be on the Switch 2 now, which is interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to play. I personally don't give a shit because I don't like Nintendo in general, but and another reason I don't like Nintendo is because in order to play the fucking game you need to get another sub, which means you're going to be paying a sub for Final Fantasy and you're going to be paying a sub for the Nintendo Switch 2 online, which is fucking stupid in my opinion. So yeah, but that's just Nintendo generally being greedy, because you know it's Nintendo, they're fucking corporate greed incarnate. So but yeah, for the most part, like, this is probably a good thing. Like, a lot of people who like to play on Switch, you know, being able to play Final Fantasy anywhere you go, that'll probably be fun, I'm sure. But at the same time, it's the Switch. It's gonna be fucking expensive. So yeah, they do say that if you already have a sub to the game, you can get 50% off on your sub for it. But I don't know. A lot of people are not going to be able to have that kind of money. You know, it's gonna be a struggle for a lot of people who really want to play it on the Switch. So. Or for people that don't even have Switches, you know, it's like, nah, I'm sorry, I can't get excited about this because it's Nintendo, you know, I don't like Nintendo. Anyway, they do show off a bit of gameplay of how the game looks on the Switch. It looks like it's running in real time, the character looks like he's playing as Beastmaster. Moving the character around. Yeah, pretty standard. You know, pretty standard stuff. Like, if you want to see more, you can watch the FanFest yourself if you want. You could go back to the stream and look at it yourself. But okay, so this is actually an important part. This is really good because this is the CEO of Square Enix, and he specifically said that he's going to do his best he's going to make sure that Final Fantasy XIV gets what it needs. Like, it's going to get the resources. He's going to do his best to help out with the game, which, yeah, amazing. That's fantastic. If that's the case, then that also adds more brightness to the future of the game, which I'm really happy about. I'm glad that the Square Enix company itself does still care about Final Fantasy XIV and its progress, because understandably so. Final Fantasy XIV is one of their biggest, like, you know, cash grabs. I know it's probably not the right word to say, but you get what I mean. Like, it's one of the biggest games in their company, so I'm glad that they're finally, like, announcing that they're going to be putting more resources into it, hopefully more funding, which means obviously potentially more development and quicker development too. Yoshi P did state that he wants the patch cycles to be a lot shorter, so hopefully that's also happening. That would be really nice, which means the next expansion will come out a lot sooner than we expect too. Maybe 2029 perhaps, could be cool. If it comes out in 2029, that would be nice. So yeah, this is definitely an improvement overall. Evercold, like, so this is my final thought before I end the video here. But for the most part, I will say Evercold is definitely looking hopeful. It's definitely an optimistic improvement. I will say that's what I'm going to say. Like, it's definitely going to be better. It's going to be an evolved version of the game. It's going to change the game in a much better way, and I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, I still have to keep my hopes down because it has a history of letting us down at times and also not releasing content when we need it. So I'm going to keep my expectations a little bit lower. But I'm not as worried anymore. I will say that much. Compared to my previous video where I ranted about the game, I'm not as worried anymore, which is great. Like, I'm happy about that. So I'm looking forward. I'm very much excited. That's what I can say. But at the moment, only time will tell. So yeah. Anyway, so this was basically my, like, you know, general overview of the new changes and stuff. I'm not going to go over the dev panel stuff because that's like a whole different thing. That I could make a new video on that, but at the moment I'm not going to do it here. So, you know, basically, Evercold, looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be great. So that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think there was anything else that they did here. I mean, they showed off like the trailer for the next patch, and then other random stuff, I think. I'm not sure what was going on here. It looks, oh, I think that was the cosplay stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here is the stuff where they talk about the new jobs and stuff, which I'm not going to do in this video because this video is already over an hour long. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. But hopefully, you guys are looking forward to it as well, as much as I am, because I do think Evercold is going to be better. So, looking forward to it, but I'm still going to have to let time tell. So, see what happens. I'm hopeful, but I'm not optimistic. Is that an oxymoron? Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So, hopefully see you next video. Bye.